What is the most unexpected drama you have seen get exposed at a wedding? I realized I was attending a fake wedding. I don't think my relationship with my sister will ever be the same. My sister and I have always been as close as twins. Our closeness is a foundation in our family. One of the true consistent relationships. When we'd fight, the whole family would feel it and try to fix it because of how unnatural it feels for everyone. She gave me away at my wedding. I named a child after her. We have matching tattoos. We talk on the phone almost every day. Then she changed. She started planning her wedding with her wife and asked me to be a bridesmaid while her friend Mark would be her maid of honor. Everyone thought this was odd because of her role at my wedding. On top of that, none of us really knew or had met her friend. I expressed how it hurt my feelings and was met with, "My wedding isn't about you." Okay. Fine. I'll do what you ask. During the planning, she called me every day. We sent ideas and I helped with making stuff. I didn't mind. I decided early on to not focus on titles just to make this day as amazing as possible for my sister. She asked me to be a flower fairy because this was a gay, child-free, dragon-themed wedding. I agreed. During the process of dress and shoe picking, her and the maid of honor would shoot down all of my ideas. He would send very basic heels that were around $100. Heck no. I told him my budget was $45 for shoes, especially for plain gold heels. The wedding party all had a very mean boy mentality. I felt it from day one. There was the wedding party and then me. I chalked this up to not really knowing them well and all of them living in a different state than me. They even went as far as saying the shoes I like were too promiscuous. After this, I begged to come as a guest. That way I could wear what I wanted and not feel this weird mean boy mentality from the rest of the wedding group. My sister says, "No way. I can't get married without you being by my side." I get to the state the wedding will be at on the first day and there I find out the maid of honor had the bachelorette party the night before I got there. Everyone from the wedding party was included aside from me. I let it go and focused on the wedding and doing my part. On the day of the wedding, I slapped on some fairy wings, danced my way down the aisle, and gave my fairy wedding speech. All went well. The wedding was awesome until the drag show. Yes, they had a drag show at their wedding. During the show, one of the queens comes on and basically announces that this was all fake because my sister and her partner had gotten married 1 year prior. I turned to the rest of the wedding party and asked if they knew. They did. They were at the real wedding, everyone but me. I'm sitting there trying to process, and my dad, who gave them $3,000 for the wedding because they needed it, storms up to ask if I knew. I told him no. He immediately switched to being supportive to me because of how bad the situation was. It wasn't about them already being married. They can do what they want. We were pissed. I myself spent over $4,000 on this wedding. Because I was coming from out of state, I had to get a plane ticket and I paid for a week at an Airbnb. The dress for the wedding. The fairy wings I handmade. All of it. I spent too much time and money on this wedding. But then I started to remember all of the lies. They got married last year. 3 days after, my sister was at my house while I gave birth to my last child because I always wanted her to be a part of my huge moments. She held my newborn knowing she had just gotten married and said nothing. They gaslighted me saying I was crazy for feeling left out. Telling me she can get married without me. Lying to my face every single day for a year. After realizing all of this, I tried to leave without making a scene. Her wife asked to press share then more for part 2.